And hello again, Shima girls. Shima is back and ready to educate, enlighten, and inspire. And today we're going to be answering some hair questions. So, yes, today I would like to answer at least 4 of your most pertinent Shima hair questions. Okay, so we're going to do that today. And well, as you can see, my hair, my natural hair, you can see 100% natural, no chemicals, no permanent dyes, no chemical relaxers. All that went bye bye a long time ago. As you can see throughout the course of my my videos from the past, I cut it off. I totally had to cut it off because of course of my illness got in the way. The hair got matted. I show you the pictures. I told you the story. My fibro issues really did a number on me. So I had to cut the hair because the hair got too matted for me to on mat. And I was just too sick and I just didn't care about anything anymore. The pain really took control of everything of my entire life. But look at me today. My hair is thriving, thriving, thriving. And well, you ladies have noticed, and you have been asking me, wow, Shima, your hair grows like weed. What are you using? Tell us, your hair grew so fast, and that term I will use loosely, grow fast, and I'm gonna get into it as I begin to answer your Shima hair questions. So let's learn today how to grow beautiful Afro textured hair to its maximum glory. Again, the question is, Shima, how did you grow your hair so fast? Shima oil. Now let me clarify. The Mashima oil technically did not help me grow my hair fast. What it did was help me to retain the hair growth that already occurred. So allow me to continue to clarify, okay? Whether it's half an inch, 1/4 of an inch, or even up to 1 inch per month. Usually the average hair growth pattern, on average is half an inch per month. But of course it varies, it varies if whether or not you're doing the protective styles, whether or not you're using gentle handling, whether or not you're following a healthy diet, and it varies. But the average hair growth is half an inch. Now with that in mind, what do we have to do? We have to retain that hair growth pattern. Okay, so when the end of the month comes and your hair grew half an inch, we don't want the half an inch to break off now, do we? Okay, so I'm not aligned. My hair grows between 1/2 inch and in some areas even up to 1 inch. But that's because I've been following a proper vegetable and fruit diet lately. I've been exercising and I've been consistent with what? My Shima oil, and consistent with what else do we talk about here on Shima Hair 21? I'll give you some time to think about it. What else do we have to be consistent with if we want to see maximum hair growth on our protected hair? Protective styling. That's right, ladies. Protective styling can come in the form of hair buns, of chick nuns, also known as French twists, of two-strand twists, and braids, and French braids. So any style that keeps the ends of our hair tucked in for a prolonged period of time, in this case, I would recommend, if you're a newbie, at least keep the protective style in place, keep your hair bun in place, keep your two-strand twist in place, keep your French braid in place, keep your individual braids in place, at least 1 week minimum, but the maximum is 2 months. Okay, so if you could last 1 week minimum, that's great. You're just a newbie, you're starting, you're getting the feel of it. But once the 2 months in, that's the advanced Shima girl. Okay, advanced Shima girl using protective styles and using Shima oil, and not just Shima oil. Okay, I have other products that really help to retain our hair growth, and the other products are the Shima's homemade hair butter. So make sure you have this in your possession, ladies. Guess what's in here as well? Shima oil. So you in great hands, okay? There's Shima oil. There's my Shima shea butter, the ivory, okay? There's the Shima hair argan oil, also available individually, okay? And there's Jamaican black castor oil. There's vitamin E oil, and there's some vanilla essential oil. Okay, now this is more heavier than my Shima oil. Okay, so this is for ladies with either super thick hair or hair that's very, very, very thirsty for moisture, and nothing else will penetrate it. You know that you got to keep sealing it in with other products. Well, you basically don't really have to seal nothing in with this baby. Okay, this will penetrate. Okay, so especially if your hair is in all natural form, it's perfect. And I've been using this as well. Okay, now ladies that are transitioning, you definitely use this on your new growth. You could use it on your relaxed hair as well. It's fine. But since it's so potent, I've really kind of created this for natural hair textures and for Shima girls who are also transitioning. Okay, we're gonna be using this, my Shima's homemade hair butter, and we're gonna be using my Shima oil. Okay, and as I mentioned before, my Shima hair argan oil. You know, it can be used individually as well. It's excellent, excellent for Afro textured hair. Okay, it's 100% pure and the unrefined kind, not those diluted argan oil you find in the local beauty supply stores. Shima hair argan oil is not diluted in any way, shape, or form. It is the purest argan oil you can use on your hair, and it's also excellent for the skin as well. I also use my Shima hair argan oil in some of my Shima Girl Beauty skincare products. So if you have been using my Shima Girl Beauty skincare products, you will see some Shima hair argan oil in there as well. Okay, and my Shima shea butter, this is the ivory. That's what I've been talking about. That also goes inside my Shima's homemade hair butter. That's what's in here. Okay, if you need it individually, you want to create your own concoctions, my Shima shea butter ivory, it's excellent to use. Also unrefined, also unfiltered, and 100% pure. Okay, so I have it in ivory color and I also have it in yellow. All right, so the main thing, we got to have the right products in our possession. If we really want this hair to thrive, 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 you want this hair to thrive, 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 we need to have the right products in our possession, ladies. I'm not just showing you all of this for nothing. We need to have the right products. And since you're in my channel, Shima Hair 21, well, these are the Shima Hair products, okay? I've been at this since 2007. All right, this is no joke. You can go back to my videos, you can see the testimonials. It's not a joke, they actually really work. Okay, so yes, that was the answer to the number one question. What did I use to grow my hair so fast? All the products that I showed you, okay, in combination with protective styling. Now let's look at question number two. Okay, Shima girl wrote in and asked me this following question I'm about to read to you. I wrap my hair every night. However, when I wake up, the scarf is always off and on the floor. Any advice on how to keep the scarf on? Well, all you have to do is pin 1 to 2 bobby pins on each side of a Shima girl scarf to help grasp the scarf better, if that's the situation. Okay, usually once you tie up my scarves, they don't fall off. But if you move around a lot at night, some of us are not very light sleepers. We toss and turn. I'm one of them. I toss and turn a lot. So what I do, I just put a bobby pin on either side, or one of these, even better. Okay, one of my snap-on clips. All right, on either side, just clasp it on either side, and that should keep the Shima girl scarves completely in place throughout the whole night. Also be cautious regarding the bobby pins. Make sure that the tips are in place. No exposed tips from the bobby pins, because they will, they act like little knives. They'll be cutting and damaging your hair and even damaging your scalp. So make sure that all the tips are on the bobby pins if you're using bobby pins. All right, so what do I always say? Every step that we can take to prevent unnecessary breakage is important. So let's take those steps. All right, let's look at question number 3. Another Shima girl wrote in. She told me, I have natural hair and I enjoy straightening it with hot combs and flat irons. Is it still possible to use hot combs, wear protective styles, and still expect to see results? Or should I stop using hot combs and opt for a 2-strand twist instead? Okay. If your hair is in its natural state, it is best not to use, these hot combs, especially during your Shima hair growth journey. Now, I'm not saying that you can't, because if you use the correct methods, you can use the hot combs, but I strongly recommend that you don't use hot combs, just so you can guarantee yourself a successful hair growth journey, without any setbacks. But I strongly recommend that you don't use any hot combs and things of that nature, just so you can guarantee yourself a successful Shima hair growth journey, without any setbacks. I recommend you actually don't use any heat implements, but if you are gonna use them, use them sparingly, put them on low, medium, and make sure you're using heat protectants. All right. So invest in products that are going to shield you, from the damage that those heat implements will and can cause to your hair. Okay, invest in the products. Now, one amazing product that can shield your hair from heat damage, believe it or not, is shea butter. It has those properties to help us protect our hair from heat damage. When we're using those flat irons, those hot combs, those curling irons, apply a little bit of some Shima shea butter while you're sliding that plate down the strands of your hair, and potentially damaging it for good. Apply some Shima shea butter. Okay, the other heat protectants that are in those beauty supply stores, they have a lot of weird ingredients in them. Okay, now I'm not saying you don't use them, but I'm just letting you know what you're in for. Okay, at least this comes directly from the earth, and it actually does a decent job in protecting our hair from heat damage. Okay, and that's a big thing in the black hair community, that heat damage on our hair, whether it's natural or whether it's relaxed. There's a lot of heat damaged ladies out there. Okay, so use some Shima shea butter and avoid that heat damage so your hair can what? Thrive. Okay, we want our natural, beautiful, God-given Afro-textured hair to thrive. Okay, let's look at question number 4. Can you elaborate when you tell us to leave our hair in a protected style for a minimum of at least 2 weeks to see noticeable hair results? Does this mean we're not supposed to comb through our hair at all during those 2 weeks? Or do we redo the protected style every day? Excellent question. I love these kinds of questions, okay? Because let me say this, there is no such thing as a dumb question, okay? Never think that, especially when it comes to our hair. That same so-called dumb question, that you're too embarrassed to ask because the class may laugh at you, or, your friend may laugh at you, family members may laugh at you. Those same people are thinking the same thing, but are too embarrassed to ask. And then they do whatever they think is right, and they just end up damaging their hair. And then they wonder, oh, my hair don't grow. Black hair don't grow. You see, that's a waste of time. All the excuses because they didn't want to ask a so-called dumb question. So any question that especially regarding our hair, ask away, ladies, ask away. For example, here's another one. How do you comb your hair? That sounds like a dumb question to some people. How do you comb your hair? Believe it or not, hundreds, even in the thousands of our black women don't know the proper way to comb their hair. Believe it or not. Okay, they leave tons and tons of hair on their comb. They leave tons and tons of hair on their brushes. They leave tons and tons of hair in the shower. That's the day when we lose the most hair, during hair wash day. Why are they leaving tons and tons of hair? Because they don't know how to properly comb nor detangle their hair. Okay, but you're learning here. You're learning here on Shima Hair 21. So when we create our protected style, whether that is our Shima bun, our French braids, our two-strand twist, our French twist, we are not supposed to undo them. So this is answering the question regarding the protected styling. Do we keep them in place for 2 weeks and don't undo them? How does that work? I'm answering that question right now, okay? When we create our protected styles, whether that is our Shima bun, our French braids, our two-strand twist, our French twist, we are not supposed to undo them throughout the 2 weeks we wear them. Okay, don't undo them. Apply Shima oil throughout the outside only of your French twist, of your hair bun. The day that you create your protective styles, the day that you slather just enough Shima oil throughout the bulk of your hair. Okay, and then when you finish creating the protective style, all your hair is already moisturized with the Shima oil. Okay, now your job now is to continue to moisturize, but without unraveling the protective style. Okay, you just apply it to the outside of the protective style. That's all you have to do. So as the days go by, you simply apply again Shima oil, Shima homemade hair butter, or Shima hair argan oil to the outside of your protective style. Now, if you're still a newbie and you're struggling, to complete your 2 weeks of protective styling, again, go 1 week or even 3 days. Take baby steps. Okay, I know at the beginning when you're trying something new, it's kind of scary. You don't know what to expect. So take baby steps. At least 3 days. Wear a protective style and just shima all the outside of your hair, or use your Shima homemade hair butters, okay? Or use your Shima hair argan oil as well, okay? But keep your afro textured hair moisturized, because afro textured hair thrives on moisture. See how it's thriving on moisture? Okay, all right, so keep giving it that moisture. So if you do last the 2 weeks, after the 2 weeks come to a close, then and only then do you completely undo and unravel your protective style. You undo your bun, you unravel your French braid, your two-strand twist, and so forth. And then you proceed to wash your hair. Okay? All right? So if you have Shima hair repair shampoo and leave-in conditioner, then you would wash it with that. Okay, I'm still working on getting my shampoo and leave-in conditioners. They're coming, ladies. They're coming. Okay, all right. And then what I like to do is enjoy at least one day with my hair loose. After as for me, after my 2 months are up, and sometimes I go 1 month. After I undo that protective style, I enjoy my hair loose. Okay, as a reward. As a reward to myself for lasting that month, those 2 months. And in your case, for lasting that week or 2 weeks, undo your hair and show it off a bit. But at least for one day, okay? Because if you're still in the journey to grow longer, healthier protection hair, you have to continue to be disciplined. All right. But when you reward yourself, then you see for yourself that it's worth it what you're doing. That you're not wasting your time, doing the protective style. That you're not wasting your time using, your Shima oils, and you're not wasting your time using all of the correct Shima hair products to get you to the hair growth length of your dreams. All right. So, ladies, that's it for the questions today. Thank you for joining me. Okay. I hope you learned so much with me today. You've been asking me to do a brand new hair video. Well, here it is for you. Okay. Here is your hair video. There will be many more to come. All right. In the future, remember that I have my book out, The Other Hiroshima, and there is a Facebook panel that I'm gonna be on with an international author. So that's coming up. I'm gonna make a new video about that. And well, I would like to invite you ladies, to come watch me. All right. And it's gonna be on January 17. January 17. But I'll remind you because we still got some time. Anyway, thank you, ladies. God bless, and see you very soon.